So we are expanding f of x up to x squared. So from the previous part, we know this is f of x, and we know this is MF19 formula for binomial expansion. Remember, we don't use this because this is for paper 1, because our n is not positive integer. It's usually negative or a fraction. So for each term, we need to apply this binomial expansion formula. So for the first term, 1 over 1 minus x, that's the same as 1 minus x to the power of minus 1. Since we have 1 plus or minus something, we can just apply the binomial expansion formula directly. So in this case, our n is minus 1, and we replace this x in the formula with minus x. Notice that the minus is included. So just apply the formula, 1 plus nx and so on. So 1 plus nx plus n minus 1, 2 factorials, x squared. So we plug in everything and then we simplify. From here we have plus x, and when we use a calculator, this is just 1, cancel out. And remember, the minus is also squared, so we have plus x squared. And from the second term, minus 1 over 2 plus 3x is the same as minus 2 plus 3x to the power of minus 1. Since this is 2, not 1, we cannot use the formula directly. So we're going to have to factor out the 2. So after we factor out, we have 2 times 1 plus 3 half x. Notice that if we expand, we're going to get back to the original 2 plus 3x. Okay, so the square brackets are important here, because without the square brackets, this 2 is also to the power of minus 1. So just use your calculator. From here we get minus 1/2, and for this we can use the binomial expansion formula, 1 plus nx plus n minus 1 over 2 factorials times 3 halves x all squared. And we can stop right here because we only need the expansion until x squared term. So if we simplify, this is minus 3 halves x, and they cancel out. And here we also square the 3 halves, so we get 9/4 x squared. So last part here we just multiply. Minus 1/2 times 1, minus 1/2 times this, and minus 1/2 times this. This is what we get. And the last term, same concept, we use the loss of indices, negative power. We factor out the 2. The 2 is also to the power of minus 2. From here, use your calculator. This is actually 6/4 or 3/2. And because it is 1 plus or minus something here, we can use the formula. 1 plus nx plus n minus 1 over 2 factorials times x squared. Here we multiply, we get minus 3x, and here just use your calculator. Remember that the 3 halves is also to the power of 2. So if you use your calculator, you should get positive 27/4. And then we open up the square brackets, multiply, we get this, multiply, we get this, multiply, we get this. So for the final answer, we just add everything, from the first term, from the second term, from the third term. We simplify. 1 minus 1/2 plus 3 halves, that's 2, and we have x plus 3/4 x minus 1/2, minus 9/2 x. Use a calculator, minus 11/4, and 1 minus 9/8 plus 81/8. Use a calculator, we get 10. So for the final answer, we get this. Alright, I'll see you again next time.